What's up, YouTube family? I am back with another video,
Okay.
If you're new to my channel, my name is Zimbabwean and I am so excited. It's 2020. If you're watching this, it means you made it into the new decade. You made it into 2020, the year of plenty. You know what I'm saying? 20 plenty. Anyways, guys, I'm so excited to be back here. I'm so excited for the new year, for the new decade. I remember when most of us were looking forward to this year when we were very young, around 2001, and you just like imagine when 2020 comes, and here it is, ta-da. Anyways, today I want to talk about 5 ways to make 2020 your year, to make 2020 your bitch. So I'm going to be talking about ways to slay this year, to slay this decade. Okay. But before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe. It's free, and also turn on that notification button so you know when I post a new video, and also don't forget to like this video. Okay, so the first thing on my list to make this year your year is to set realistic goals. I know it sounds cliche and like everyone says the same, set realistic goals, but I just want to tell you why it's important for you to set realistic goals. Because you know, at the end of the year we reflect on the year and we go through all the goals that we had for ourselves. We go through all those our resolutions, our goals, and then you see what did you achieve. And it's not a nice feeling. I repeat, it is not a nice feeling to see that you haven't achieved any or most of your goals. It just doesn't feel nice, and it gives joy as well as a sense of gratification when you achieve your goals, or at least most of your goals, when you slay the year, when things happen, good things happen to you in a year. So while it is good to give yourself, to challenge yourself, to challenge God, to have faith, don't set goals that are too high for you. Setting realistic goals for yourself makes it easy to achieve your goals, and it makes it easy to track your goals. And as much as setting big goals is important, like if let's say you want to lose 5Ks in 2020, you must also set small goals that lead you to that big goal. So even if you don't manage to lose 5 kgs in 2020, you've managed to achieve those small goals. Like if you set goals that you want to exercise 5 times a week, and if you're doing that, even if you don't get to reach your goal of losing 5Ks, at least you know that you're on the way, because you tried, you were exercising 5 times, and you might just end up losing 4.9 and you miss like 0.1. So setting goals that are realistic makes it easy to achieve them, which gives you a sense of gratification. However, it is very important to set goals with bearing in mind that everything that happens in our lives happens according to God's will. So if you put everything into God's hands, and you tell yourself, even if when you don't reach your goals, and you tell yourself that this is according to God's will, while setting your goals is very important, it is also very important for you to track your goals. So you can have a whole list of 20 things that you want to do in 2020, but sometimes if you don't give yourself a timeline of when you have to achieve a certain thing, then it's going to be December and you still have 15 things on your list that you still need to achieve. So it's important to set like quarterly goals, and then you check on when you write down all your goals down, and then you write down that I want to achieve these goals by March, and then those goals are for March, and then by June and so forth. So it gives you room. You're not under pressure to jump from one goal to another, so that you make it you achieve all your goals in 2020. The second thing is to put in the work and to stay consistent and organized, which is the biggest part, which is the hardest part, because it's very easy to write down your goals. It's very easy to say I want to lose weight. Just saying it's very easy. But however, eating healthy and sticking to a healthy diet and exercising is not easy. So you have to put in the work if you want to achieve your goals. And staying consistent is key, because here now at the beginning of the year we are motivated and we want to achieve all those goals. So you're probably eating healthy every day, and you're drinking enough water, you're exercising, but then you only do that for like 2 weeks into January, and then you're fed up. So which is why it's very important to set realistic goals for yourself. It's easier to follow up, it's easier to stay consistent if you have realistic goals. This year, in order to hold myself accountable, to plan and to be organized, because one of my 2020 goals is to be organized. I'm a very disorganized person, and I really want to be organized, and I really want to stick to plans. I bought like a planner. Let me show you this planner that I got. It's very beautiful, and so it gives me room to plan for the month. Of course I can plan for the year, but then I can plan for the month, then I can plan for the week, and also plan my daily goals, what I want to do in each and every single day, which gives me I'm able to write down my due dates so that I don't forget when I have to do something. And also it allows me when I write down my daily goals, and then at the end of the day I can go look, did I achieve all of them? If I don't, and then I can move it up for tomorrow, because it doesn't mean that if I don't manage to do something today, I don't have to do it at all. The thing that I want to say is that give yourself a break. Like, we live in a world where people are constantly posting about how their business are flourishing, how their life is going according to plan, and sometimes we feel under pressure to also be able to post, and also we put ourselves under pressure to be able to achieve certain things, and we don't give ourselves breaks. Like, as much as consistency is key, you also need to give yourself a break once in a while. So important thing about giving yourself a break is that it gives your mind rest. So like, you pushing yourself all this time, when you do something that you love, like a hobby or something like that, you're giving yourself room, you're giving your mind and your body room to relax and not to be under pressure. Which is why this year I plan on joining a hiking group, because I enjoy hiking, guys. I feel free when I'm hiking. I feel alive when I'm at the top of a mountain, just looking down everything. It gives me, I don't know how to explain it. So the other thing I enjoy doing is reading. I enjoy sometimes going into, like, the fiction world and just forgetting about my own issues and just reading and enjoying like a good story. But also because of my masters, which requires me to read articles, lots of articles and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm just too tired to now like get a novel to read, because it's just like my eyes need a break from all the reading. But I want to challenge myself this year. I have reading goals for myself. I want to challenge myself to read more. I also wanted to say that if you're going to get a hobby, try and avoid a hobby that stresses you. As much as I have reading goals, I'm not forcing myself to be able, and like I'm not, if it's not possible for me to read at a certain time, I'm not going to force myself to reach those goals. I will read, but I will not stay awake all night just so that I can read that book and then wake up tomorrow feeling like shit. The thing I want to talk about is saving. We are starting a new decade, and I feel like it's an opportunity for changing. Saving is important. Sometimes we wanna like slay for the gram, and we spend most of our money on buying clothes or things that you don't need, and then all the time you like only maybe wear it once, because you can't be seen on the gram wearing the same thing twice, right? See you. But I just want to motivate you guys to like to save, because it's always nice to have money for a rainy day, because you never know what's gonna happen, and it's always good to accumulate assets while still young. I feel like I'm even old and I don't own anything, because sometimes when you just get money, you just spend it because it's nice to spend. That online shopping, yeah. And so be conscious of how you spend your money. However, frequently spend on yourself, especially after working so hard, and then when you get your money, just spend a little bit of money on yourself. It avoids becoming bitter, and especially with like things like black ticks and stuff like that, if you know what I'm talking about. But like things like black ticks, and then you don't see where your money is going. Once in a while, just sacrifice a certain lump sum on yourself, on that thing that you've been wanting for a very long time, and just buy that thing for yourself. Save and spend wisely. Last thing that I'm going to talk about is building or nourishing meaningful relationships in your life. One of the most important relationships in my life as a Christian is my relationship with God. And like any relationship, you need to put in the work. You need to speak to God frequently. You need to listen as well. So this year, one of my goals is to read up, to use like a Bible reading plan. So I got this reading plan from this guy, and he's a YouTuber as well. His name is Jason Mayfield. So he has a 2020 Bible reading plan. I don't know if you can see anything, guys. Yeah, helps to read the Bible in a year, and it just gives accountability, because you can tick here. I don't know if you can see it. You can tick over here if you read on those days of the month. And yeah, and for the first time in my life, I bought myself a Bible. Do not judge me, don't come for me. I always used the Bible app on my phone the whole time, but it's like with reading, as much as it's nice reading on the phone, it's not the same as reading an actual Bible. So I got myself a new. Still on the topic about building and nourishing meaningful relationships in our lives. It also goes together with family, with our friends. You need a strong support system around you. You need people that you support, and they support you as well. because sometimes we just want support from people, but are you also giving support to anyone? I thought as much. So build relationships, and sometimes don't waste your energy on relationships that are one-sided, because sometimes, you know, like, you think someone is your friend, but the thing is they are your friend, but are you their friend? It's a good question to ask yourself once in a while, because you sometimes waste your energy on people that don't even see you. So do things with your friends, do things with your family, make memories with the people that you love, and surround yourself with people that support you, that support who you are, but are also not afraid to tell you when you're going astray, or what you're doing ain't cool. And then, because you need people like that in your life, you don't need people who are just leaking your behind. You also need people that check your behind. Now I'm saying we've come to the end of the video. So remember, set realistic goals, be consistent, organized, and put in the damn work. The next thing is have time for yourself. The fourth thing is to save and spend wisely. The fifth thing is to build and nourish meaningful relationships. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe and turn that notification button on so you know when I post a new video. So anyways, love you guys. Have a blessed 2020. Have a blessed decade. Slay this decade, slay 2020, and see you next time. Bye.